Hello, YouTube. YouTubers, this holiday season, I have decided to make a reaction video. Normally, I don't do those too much. Now, there's a couple of YouTubers, well, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that copy each other's reaction videos. That's not what I'm on about. Alright, now, what it is these YouTube videos where you got these guys that, they're narcissistic kind of personality guys. And you got a guy named, you got Sniper Wolf Lady, and Summerton guy, and Walsh, and some of these other no ne'er-do-wells. I will not use any swear words as not to set off YouTube. But here's the things, you see. Yeah, and then they come on and they play the victim card. These guys. It's not just those two, but there's an example. Those three. That's an example. I just watched a very heartfelt video from the Jesse Gender website, and I decided to chime in, yeah, doing this accent because I thought holiday cheer is interesting, so I'm going to do the accent. That way they also can't trace what this is. See, the thing with YouTube is often there are content creators that are also on X, Twitter. I refuse to call it X. It's frickin' Twitter. It's Twitter. It's not X, it's Twitter. And also there's Instagram and there's other Patreons and all that. A lot of yeah, this is sort of a net nanny thing, actually. I think it's more of a net nanny. It's old school. Yeah, this is not a talking point. So the thing is, these guys will go out on the internet and then they will, on the guise of anonymity, they will pretend like, oh, they're the victim. They will pretend like, oh, they're being, you know, when they're in fact the bully. They're the bully, not the victim. They're bullying other people, and that's not cool. And then they go so far as when they're called on their, like, crappy behavior, they've got, like, websites that are devoted to going back and forth, fake apology letters and stuff. And that was a different case, though. No, that case. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a law person or anything. And I'm not necessarily an internet narcissist either. But I can tell that these guys are. These internet narcissists, they're like, I crave attention. They want attention. And if you block them and confront them on their own level and tell them, look, your stuff is either you're fraudulent or lazy or you're even cribbing someone else's material, you're a plagiarist. And you're a narcissist because you're like, oh, and then they turn around and use that old standby. Now, I'm an old blogger guy. Back in the day, when the chat rooms and chat boards started, Prodigy and Yahoo and all that stuff, in the 90s, when you could actually talk to the Star Trek people and whatnot. Back in the day, when just any Joe Schmo could go out there and talk, these old things were still there, even then. You would have somebody talking completely out of their patookus, out of their butt. They'd be talking out of their butt, and you call them on it, and they go, oh God, how dare you insult me, I'm going to get the lawyer on you, I'm going to sick the law on you or something. No, you're not. You don't know who the heck the other guy is. You're just going to do that, you know, a lawyer. I'll sick the lawyer on you, even though no lawyer worth his salt would ever take your case because you're some YouTube weirdo dude that posts stuff. It's when the rich ones do it too, like Sniper Wolf, that it's like, what the heck? I just, but this other fellow, Samerton, another guy, it's kind of the same thing, the rich YouTuber, and it's like picking on these like little sites is messed up. Stop that shit, okay? Stop it. Don't do that. Don't dox anybody. Ignore them and block them. They are not worth your time. I understand that on a school ground play yard, yeah, that you can't block the bullies because they're right there in class and they're gonna get you. So what you do is you get a bigger guy. You befriend the dude on the football team that's like bigger than them. Yeah, or the wrestling team or something. He shows up and goes, yeah, you're not messing with my friend there. Oh no. Make this a little more humorous than the present. But yeah, these narcissist guys, if they're completely called on their bullshit, Then they will go from there and say they're depressed, and they'll write some depressing thing. Because a lot of people on YouTube are depressed. A lot of them are, this is their escape. They go and post a blog channel. They feel safe putting up a blog channel, talking about their history and stuff, which is probably not a great thing to do, just because you're gonna get jerks that are gonna post and be an asshole. So, but if that's how you handle your therapy, then good. But in the case of, some of you guys, you probably could. And it's like, what's going on is this, you even had celebrities pestering the trans community. Celebrities. Come on. Lay off the trans people. Tucker Carlson's and Sean Hannity's and A.K. Rowling's of the world. Why are you even messing with them? Why? They're just to be mean and punch down. Dave Chappelle punching down. These celebrity guys. I can name their names because what are they gonna? I mean, that's what they're doing. It's not defamation. It's not defamation at all if they did it. They totally prove they did it. There's their video of them, being it's like, stop picking on everybody. It's the holiday season. It's the end of 2023. You need to give it up. Picking on people, that's just not right. Nobody's gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna call you out. All right, yeah. So yeah, these narcissistic guys, and then they'll make this allegedly heartfelt apology to the story. I seen it. No, it's not an apology. It's a narcissistic personality. All kinds of dirty words face, and he's like, I'm gonna appeal to my sycophants to go and dox these people that are making fun of me. I'm gonna pretend to be depressed. It's like, that is the most a-hole thing you could possibly do. If you believe in a god or in karma, they're coming for you. The karma is gonna get you, or whatever group you believe in. Because no, you cannot pretend to be that. That's what I'm saying. You're narcissistic, and it's ridiculous. These narcissist guys, maybe they're not necessarily narcissists. Maybe they're not diagnosed, but they clearly act that way. Maybe they're not diagnosed, but they clearly act that way. A narcissistic personality disorder, most YouTubers, most of them, they want the spotlight. They want the spotlight. That means their self-esteem is at an all-time high. They're not going to be depressed. No, they're not. They wouldn't be depressed. Why would they be depressed? No reason to be. They have all that attention from all those people feeding their fuel. Even if it's negative, it feeds them. So you just you gotta block these jerks. Tell them to get lost. Block them. Yeah, just don't let them do anything that could get an inch at all. Just don't let them in. Don't let them in. And if they dox you and send something to your house or something, you call the cops on them. You say, okay, who sent this? I'm going to talk to the police, file a police report, say this a-hole in this other state sent the cops over here. Okay, we'll track him down. That's illegal. Don't do that. Don't do no doxing. I'm talking about blocking the channel legally, saying, all right, this is offensive to me in some way. YouTube terms of service, they broke it. There. they blocked. What are they going to do? Also, if a website is too toxic, don't go there. Just don't go there. Just block them. Block them too. If you have even an inkling of I want to go there and see the negative stuff because that kind of excites me or something, don't. It's not worth it. Just block them all. Get somebody to also go through your comments thread and take out all the negative stuff for you, so you won't even see it. Get a family friend or something, an editor or something like that. I'm an editor, but I'm not going to do it for your channel. But yeah, anybody send. I have all my videos set, so when they come into my channels, I can see what's going to be posted first. And if somebody sends something negative in there, it just doesn't get posted. Somebody writes in some disparaging comment, I just, nope, not posting it. Sorry, buddy. And it's a good thing they don't have PMing there anymore. But if you do have PMing on your Twitter or X or whatever it is, block that guy too. Don't even, I mean YouTube. Yeah, YouTube can be a cesspool. but no. Well, Twitter X is a cesspool. It's all right-wing propaganda, weirdo stuff. If you're into that, fine. But, yeah. Quit picking on the trans people. Just stop. That's just mean. I don't like mean people. I'll do my own mean stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, stop being mean to people. Yeah, don't be mean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do that. And especially being mean to somebody that has depression and stuff like that. That's doubly mean. And that's just messed up. And yeah, that person then has to go and watch something nice, you know, watch some holiday videos or something, to get over it. And I just don't like it when people are messing with people that have mental issues. That's just me. That's like that'd be like going to the Special Olympics and kicking the kid in a wheelchair. Would anybody do that? That's horrible. It's like, oh God. They're like, what is wrong with you people? And what it is this anonymity of the internet. It's the anonymity of the internet. So it's anonymous. You can go on the internet, no one will know who you are. And then they break the fourth wall and they dox people. And it would be funny to call the police on them and have the SWAT team show. No, that's not cool. And no, we can't. I think with YouTube at least you can block where you live, so they won't know. If they're going to your Facebook and stuff, I think you can block that too. Yeah, so yeah, don't put where you live on your Facebook. Don't put where you live on your Twitter, X. Don't put it on the Instagram or on those other websites either. Don't put where you live. They can't figure it out. They won't be able to figure it out. It's only because you wrote it there. You said, "Oh, I'm from such and such city." Yeah. When I had a Twitter briefly, I said Bay Area. It was like, okay, fine. There's 1.5 million people here in the Bay Area. You won't find me in a needle in the haystacks. Yeah. Yeah. Somehow the Channel Awesome people knew me. Well, that's fun. Anyway, of course they did. But yes. But back in the day. Well, I'm a local celeb. I go to Fanime, they say, there's that guy, there's that guy. Some of them dress up as me. It's a hoot. I love it. But yeah, because I'm a little narcissistic myself. But yes, not a bad guy to win, though. I like the attention. I've always loved the stage and the theater. I've always liked to perform, and I'm doing this cheesy accent to make this video a little less cheesy, by making it more so. But yeah, just don't be a dick, okay? It's no. If you translate that if you take your internet arguments to the real world, you have lost the battle. If there's a battle, you have lost it. Don't do that. And I'm wearing this old hat, but yes, don't do that, because yeah. But yeah, if you get the word out that there are right-wing sycophants person, certainly their videos are completely takedownable. I mean, last year there was rallying, but last year there was also a guy named Walsh. I'm not going to say his whole name. Did something with "What is a Woman" video. That thing was offensive to everyone on the planet. That video needed to get flagged and taken down. Yeah. Yeah. It's only available on his Patreon now. Yeah, so it wasn't me. No, I'm not taking the credit for that. It was somebody else. Clearly, it needed to be taken down. Anyway, so yeah, I don't have any connections. Don't go after my channel. You won't find me anyways. Anonymous. But yeah, but you won't find me. Yeah, so be nice to people. Don't be mean to them. I don't know what of the gods or deities you believe in. Karma will bite you in the ass. It just will. Karma will, it does that. Yeah. I mean, my best friend, he thinks so. Maybe it doesn't, and it lets the bad guys win. But usually the bad guys destroy themselves. I've noticed that with most cults and and YouTube is like a cult in some ways. Characters in it and their sycophants join together in a cult. And most of them destroy each other from within because, you know, the one in charge of it gets mad at the other one that's underling, and then it breaks up. It's gone. That's usually what happens to a cult. So he have these guys desperately probably deciding, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go after these other little websites that are questioning our validity, even though their validity is bull. Their validity is absolutely lies. On these channels where these bad guys are, a lot of them right-wingers, and they're on there and they're like, hey, you know, yeah, so yeah, they get called out on this stuff, and then they pretend to be victims, or they pretend to be depressed, or they pretend to be mental or something, and then they get their sycophants to go sick them. Don't do that. So yeah, so the point is, don't do that. Block these guys. Legally block them if they're, you know, and don't watch their stuff. Just don't watch it. No, you don't have to. No one that says, oh, go to this channel and watch a right-winger anti-trans guy or gal, I guess. Mostly guys. It's usually misogynistic men. and just don't watch them. You don't need to watch them. Go watch some fun. Do something else. Go to a movie. You know, watch Rebel Moon. It's so bad that it's good. No, you know, actually, it's so bad it's bad. But you know, today. Just don't mess with the little channels. Come on, guys. Yeah. Don't do that. Especially if you have some money. Why do you care? I don't get why these guys that have a lot of money on YouTube are trying to be influencers when they shouldn't care either way. They've already made it. Why would they go after Jessie Gender? Why would you go after her? That's dumb. Don't mess with her. Come on. Come on now. And the Shives and Council of Geeks, get on this story. Yeah, stick up for her like you did for. Cause it's like, why do you bad guys want to do that? You know, you're gonna piss off some deity up there in space. He's gonna come down and shoot lightning bolts or something. I guess they figure there isn't a deity out there, so they're like, oh, there's not going to be any repercussions for our acting keyboard warrior stuff. And no. Karma is a harsh mistress. Yeah. I go to church and go to the Christian church and all, but not that kind of church. It isn't. It's not that hard, right? Some of them are, but yeah, and they would probably agree with the anti-trans message, but I don't. I don't think that's cool. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's interesting that when you read the Bible, that Jesus Christ, the Messiah on earth of Christmas and all that, he did not mention homosexuals. Didn't bring it up. Not once. Not once. So he didn't bring it up. I don't know why he didn't bring it up. Some of the other apostles mentioned it, but some of them fellas was Greek. They probably had to cover their butts. You see. Oh, no, I totally, no, I'm not. Yeah, the one or two unmarried apostles that never married. Yeah. That's why he didn't mention it. It's like, well, that could be, maybe, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and those stories about, they're completely made up about a trans athlete lady, a guy that becomes a lady and then beats up on the other guys. There's no truth to that story at all. I looked it up. There's nothing to that. There was a trans athlete that went into, like, I think it was, went into gymnastics. And because he was in the same weight class as the other gymnastic people, he didn't win awards for it. She didn't win awards for it. She was just in the team, which is as it should be, by weight class. If you have a WFC team, you know, or a baseball team, baseball team can be sort of like, a baseball team's kind of even more open. You can have a trans baseball player, And women throw differently than men, so it would be different. You could totally do that. Football, not so much, unless you could find a really, really big, you know, football would be different because the weight class requires a bigger guy, a bigger person physically, which is possible. I've known in my history a few ladies that could be a football linebacker over the years, and that totally could be a football linebacker. They could go out. They totally could. They would slaughter the other males on the teams. But that's not what was happening. This misogynistic right-wing guys are like, oh, it's totally, they're cheating. They always talk about they're cheating. Even with the voter thing, which is kind of similar. They're talking about cheating and election cheating and whatever. And it's like, they weren't. The election cheating has come out, turns out it was Republicans voting for Trump. They put their dead mother in there, or they put their dead cousin in there or something. Yeah, anyway, or dad, or whatever, grandfather or something. Anyway, so that is my rant about, without saying all the names, it's a rant about anti-trans asshole dudes publishing on YouTube in anonymity, going on about how they don't like the queer folk. And it's like, those guys are more obsessed with the queer folk than the queer folk. Why is that? Why are you guys so obsessed with other dudes that sleep with other dudes or want to be another dude? Why are you guys so obsessed with that? Well, I suspect a lot of these Shapiro types are probably closeted and need to Alex Jones or one of those guys, they should just get a room with another dude. As I can see Jones, because they found trans porn on his computer. It came up on that newsreel at one time, and it was like the Alex guy, and he's like, oh, that just came up. Oh, it was a blog. It was a hack on my phone. Oh, it's like, no, it wasn't. You were looking at trans porn at work on your blog. Yeah, maybe not do that. Don't do that. Don't turn your phone on at the camera. Maybe don't do that. If that's your thing, then own up to it. All right, yeah. So don't pick on the little guy. Don't be a jerk. Don't be an ass. What ifs? Yeah. Don't pick on people who are depressed or mentally disturbed. That is really screwed up. Don't do that. Karma's a bitch. It's coming. Karma. I'm not. Karma. Karma is a thing. I don't know if karma is really a thing, but yeah. You know, villains never prosper. They're always destroyed. So, yeah, just be nice to each other. Yeah. And Alien says to the human characters, "But you're all the same species genetically. You're all the same. Why are you fighting each other over your differences? It makes no sense. You shouldn't be fighting each other because you're the same species. You're the leftover species of hominids that survived all those ice ages and stuff. You're the leftover one. So why are you doing that? Your species will never evolve if it doesn't, you know, come together, you know." Yeah, so, yeah, stop going after the people who are lesser than you. Yeah. And also, if you don't, someone's probably going to comment. Actually, I'm going to turn comments off so I don't get any comments on this one. That's another way to do it. I'm going to do a controversial video. I'm going to put it up. No comments. Yeah, they can't comment. There you go. You don't want them to comment on your video. That's one way to do it. And they can PM you later on your other channels and talk to you. But not the bad guys. Don't let them in. Don't give them an inch. Because it isn't like the schoolyard. It's the internet where it's anonymity. You can use that anonymity against the bullies. You can say, look, you can't come to my channel. Sorry, blip, block. You're not in my channel. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. Oh, that was cool. Black off. That was neat. But yeah, same thing goes for disabilities and stuff. Clearly, I'm autistic, obviously. but yes, but under the anonymity, I can go on and ramble about stuff, and yeah, it's like yeah, it's like yeah. I remember one time somebody commented on that in one of my videos. They were like, "Oh, autistic, you act like you have autism." I was like, "Yeah, so." He didn't want to hear that. Like, so, yeah, autistic. Like, you figure that out. You watched all the videos. You should have been able to figure that out. And also LGBTQ plus friendly, and probably they're on that spectrum as well somewhere. Probably bi. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm not some cisgendered incel. Definitely not an incel, no. But yeah, no, those guys are, you know, the reason incels exist is because no one will sleep with them. That's why. Because they're usually misogynists, and they're usually like, these girls are just stupid, yeah. And then they're obsessed about that because they're closeted as well, and they just need to come out closet. And then there's the female version, the Karen, which is sort of a character that's called the Karen, even if it isn't named Karen. I know some Karens who are professors and stuff, so some Karens are okay. Yeah, yeah, I have a cousin as a professor. So she's definitely not a Karen. She's Karen, but she's not a Karen. But yeah, yes, and there are various distant family members, relations on the LGBTQ plus spectrum. And everyone is treated as equal, and post on the internet and stuff. So yeah, just don't. Yeah, quit picking on Jesse and the other ones. I've never met Jesse Gender, but it's like I've posted a bunch of stuff on the channel, subscribe, and it's like I've never met them, but it's like quit picking on that channel. Come on, guys, just stop it. Why bother with that? Why pick on that person? Because she gets mad about it, stressed. But that's even more a reason not to do it. It's like, stop that. Don't pick. That's not nice. Pick on somebody your own size, they say back in the day. Pick on somebody your own size. Don't pick on somebody that's don't pick on anybody, but if somebody's got millions of views, go after somebody else with millions of views. Also, what's kind of funny about that other story, the Sniper Wolf one that was a controversy a couple of weeks ago, was just like, there's a million golden opportunities there to block those videos too. Because all of those TikTok videos she's stealing and putting up there, those are parents of children, and their children on there. The COPRA Act of 2018, the COPRA Act, says you cannot post children that are not yours on your YouTube channel. Every one of Sniper Wolf's videos can be flagged. Every one. Those aren't her children. Flag, 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 flag. Her channel's gone. Just saying. Just saying. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying. It would be gone. It should be gone. Because, yeah, those are not her kids. Those are not her videos. Parents should get out there and go like, wait a minute, that's my kid on that TikTok video. Like, block, flag. Yeah. I don't have any kids on the video. I can't do it. But yeah. I mean, yeah, there's no reason that she should be stealing people's TikToks. Yeah. And then she doxed the people for stealing her TikTok. So that one guy went over to his house, and Campia got all mad, and he was like, oh, if she ever came over to my house, got all blustered. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to mess with John Campia, because he's Italian. That'd be really, really stupid. Really, really, really dumb. Don't mess with that guy. Yeah, just saying. Just saying. Yeah. He's Italian. And wearing this old hat from a play. It's really itchy, so yeah. Don't pick on people. Because, yeah, it'll bite you in the butt later on. Yeah. Won't be me. No. Won't be my sycophants either. No, I won't send any sycophants. Nah. No, I won't do that. And I'm not gonna... So if a sniper lady complains to me and says, oh, you did something, I'll be like, what? I don't know who you are, block. I ain't gonna talk to you. What was J.K. Rowling doing harassing Jessie Gender? What the... You know what I did immediately after that? Threw away all my Harry Potter shit. Screw that, lady. I didn't want any Harry Potter stuff anymore. And just as a thing, I did see Fantastic Beasts 3, just to punish myself. It was funny because I kind of like that. And I went to see that, and it was all, this movie is crap. Can't believe I went to see this. My friend who's on a LGBTQ friendly, he's like, why did you go to see that? That's trash. Oh, like, I wanted to see how bad it was. Like, yeah. I commented on the Jessie site. I said, yeah, unfortunately, I've seen it. It ain't worth it. It's bad. It's bad. Ew. Dumbledore was not gay. She made that up after the series ended. Why did she do that? Then she can make fun of him later. Ooh, see, make fun of him, making this weird relationship with Voldemort's ancestors. Like, that's really dumb. Anyway, that's something else. But yeah, yeah, these other YouTubers that are doing that too. Apparently, this other fellow was that she was complaining about. I forget the name, but she was complaining about it. I forget the guy was also putting up YouTube videos. I've seen them of Somerton, I think his last name is, putting up videos, reaction videos, talking about stuff that other people posted, and including hers. A great way to get sued out of it, yeah, because technically that's defamation because that character is a public figure. Apparently, he's famous enough that he's famous. She is not. Jessie Gender is not necessarily famous. She's a private citizen. She can sue him for defamation. Yeah. She probably won't, but she could. Yeah. So, anyways, she won't. She should just block him. Say, like, just don't entertain him at all. Comes to your site, block. Makes a comment, block. Let me go watch it. Have your editor take it off. Yeah, that's my advice. Just don't let them. And no, don't go to Sniper Wolf's website and block all her videos because I said so. I did not say for anybody to go there and do that. I'm saying you could. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying you could. It's like that line in Jurassic Park. Just because they could do it doesn't mean they should. Because anonymity only goes so far on the YouTubes, and then they figure out where you are, and then it gets real messy, and you don't want to do that. Don't dox people. Don't do that. That is illegal. You could go to jail. Don't dox people. Don't say, I found out where this guy lives, I'm going to post it all over my Instagram. It's like, don't do that. Definitely would go to jail. Don't do that. But yeah. Block them. You have every right to block them, but not dox them. Right? Block them, but not dox them. There's my rant. And I was keeping it very cordial, so it doesn't have any swear words, really. Maybe I cussed a little bit. But no, it's going to be fine. And so I don't really get depressed. I'm really more of a narcissist myself. A little bit. But yeah, there was a couple of times where there was some depression, but it was not suicidal depression. It was more like environmental, you know, like things suck in a certain place, that kind, you know. And it's the environment in which you're in that generates that. So you got to take yourself out of that environment and go into an environment where it's nice and cheerful. And I'm not a counselor, by the way, but I've had many counselors. Most of the male counselors were bad. They just did not know what they were doing. Lady counselors were better. Some of them were not so much. Some of them would repeat everything you say back to you. That was annoying. But some of them, the technique was more of a I'm listening to what you're saying and sort of going along with it. And is that right or is that wrong type of deal. Yeah. Be nice to people this holiday season. Welcome into 2024. And don't be a schmoozer squiggle. Now the asshole talker guy's gonna be like, get that guy, he could be Jewish. What? I'm playing a character. It's not, I'm not making fun of that at all. I'm playing a character. Anyway.